Happy Thursday, Paul Talkers. I'm continuing to do my NaNoWriMo vlogs, but I'm also going to talk to you about the results of the election last night. I'm still glad that I voted. Yes, a lot of things ended up going conservative or Republican, and I'm not very happy with a lot of those results. However, there are some positive things that you should take away from this. First of all, there are now 100 women in Congress, which is the most women that have ever been in Congress, even though it's still less than a quarter of the total number of people in Congress. Yes, it should be more like 50%, but the fact that it's the most women ever is a step in the right direction. Hopefully we will keep on saying that every election. In a couple of elections, personhood bills failed to pass, which is a good thing, because personhood bills restrict access to legal, safe abortion. It doesn't necessarily reduce the instance of abortion in the various states where there are personhood bills. It just makes it illegal and more dangerous to happen. Marijuana stopped being an illegal substance to possess in a couple of more places, including Washington, D.C. Now that's a very positive thing, not just because that means that people who need to smoke pot can do it, but what I'm actually more concerned about is the laws against possession of marijuana are mostly being used to imprison Hispanic and black men. It is a part of that school-to-prison pipeline that sends people of color directly into jail with very little ability to escape that. Stopping the illegality of marijuana removes the ability of racists in our executive branch of government from using that as an excuse to toss people in jail who shouldn't be going to jail. I also saw commentary from quite a few progressive voters who seemed to complain about the fact that, I don't know, people were too lazy to get out and vote, people didn't care enough to get out and vote. But I will point out to you that although that is a factor, and I myself am planning on campaigning very hard 2 years from now to get more people to come out and vote, another aspect of the voter turnout problem are voter suppression tactics. Those are the fault of basically white conservative people. Voter suppression tactics like changing polling places and not informing anyone. Voter suppression tactics like requiring forms of identification that are more difficult for people of color and people who do not make as much money to acquire. Compare some of the stories that you can find by searching for voter suppression to how my polling place worked. I walked in ready to show my ID just because it's a reflex of mine, but I was asked for 3 things: my name and how it's spelled, my address, and my birth date. That was all they needed in order to confirm my registration existed, give me my voter card, and let me go and put my votes in. And that's how it should be. Because, in case you do not remember or do not know, voter fraud almost doesn't exist in terms of people voting who shouldn't be allowed to vote. That almost does not exist. Voter suppression tactics happen like crazy in conservative areas. So yes, the conservative voting that happened on Tuesday did outnumber the not conservative voting that happened on Tuesday, but frankly I suspect a nationwide campaign of fraud to suppress the voters who would not vote conservatively. So another thing that I'm going to be doing 2 years from now is circulating all the stories that I can find, verified journalistic stories about voter suppression tactics, so that we're all aware of that and we can watch out for it and step in if we see it happening. I am discouraged, but I still value voting. I still think it's very important. And if you were as mad on Tuesday night / Wednesday morning as I have felt, please vote in 2 years. Please vote when it's available to you. And do not allow people who want to push civilization backwards in time to get away with it. My NaNoWriMo count for the day. I only managed about 1,200 words written today. I'm having difficulty writing on weekdays. Oof. So my total right now is around 4,700 words for NaNoWriMo, and it is the 5th day. Story-wise, my protagonist, whose name is Brayden, who's going to be the social justice ranger, has, as of this writing, discovered her bow. It is a magic bow. I keep on using the quotes because it's not actually a bow. You probably already got that. It just took me so much time to write as little as I did. I'm jealous of my friend Amy who's doing like 2,000 words a day. Holy moly. Did you notice that I have these Christmas lights now? They're on sale. They're like $3. That's I like those. Once again, if you are also doing NaNoWriMo, please let me know in the comments how your story progression is going. How are you feeling about your word count? I don't actually care if none of my NaNoWriMo buddies make it to 50K. It'll be very cool if we all do. But I think really the value of this experience is the experience itself, just writing every day. And if you're not doing NaNoWriMo, just leave me a comment telling me anything else that matters to you, because I want to know what matters to you. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. Feel free to share this video with your friends. I forgot to mention yesterday, but this banner over my head, this whole video, that goes to my fundraiser that I'm doing this month. I'm doing a fundraiser for the YWCA, who supports women and children, over 500,000 annually, leave and recover from situations of domestic violence, sexual assault, harassment, stalking, etc. They do good work. I'm trying to raise some money for them before Thanksgiving. If you click on that banner, you'll go to the fundraising page that includes a video from me and some of my 1,000 subscribers. If you can donate some money, I'd very much appreciate it. Thanks for watching. And for my outro card, I'm going to show you a little video of my dog sleeping and making noises in her sleep because it's so cute. You can click on the video thumbnail to the left and go and check out my fundraiser page.